Hi and welcome to part 11 of my vlog series here in Berlin, and vlog 11 means that this is the penultimate vlog that I'll be making because next Sunday will be my last Sunday and therefore the last one I make. So there are only 12, I thought there were going to be 13 at the beginning, but that's because I was a numpty and I couldn't count. So yeah, only 12 in total, and I will try and do the next one in German because someone challenged me to, but that's probably not going to work. I'll last about 30 seconds. Anyway, I have so much to talk about this week and I am probably going to forget a whole bunch of stuff, and I haven't made any notes for any of these vlogs and I'm not going to start now because there's only 2 left. So this week has been really busy. As I mentioned in last week's vlog, the Monday that we just had, I went to a technology convention called IFA, or IFA, but that's how they would say it over here, which is kind of like a massive convention in one of their big halls here in Berlin, and companies, massive tech companies, small tech companies, anything you can think of come and have stands, and they basically just show their products, and you can't buy anything there, but they show their products and they promote stuff, and it's just really cool for a massive tech geek like me and loads of other people who are just interested to go around and talk to all of these people and to just find out about their products and see what they've got. And we spoke to some really awesome people and they had some really great stands there, a lot of like phone providers, so Samsung, Huawei, LG, Sony, all of these people had massive stands. And then there were some other really cool things. I got to play Beat Saber, the virtual reality game where you wear the headset and you have to slash blocks in times to music with lightsabers, and it's kind of like the new Guitar Hero, and I loved it and I want it, but I don't have that kind of money. And loads of other cool things and just lots of free stuff which is over here and it doesn't fit in my suitcase and I need to bring it home. So free pens, I got some free rechargeable batteries, which I don't know what I'm going to use them for. I got some gummy bears, which was one of the most exciting things about the day because free food. And then there was this awesome thing that you could do with the Google stand. So there were lots of these Google people standing around who were talking about Google Assistant, which is like Siri but better. It's a fact, you can't argue with that. And so you could go to all of these people and talk to them, and every time you spoke to a Google person you got a Google badge. My badges are over there and I can't be bothered to go and get them, but yeah, so you got like a coloured badge, and if you spoke to 5 Google people and got 5 coloured badges, you could then go to the Google stand, which was outside in the garden area, and you could show them your filled in lanyard with all these badges, and then you could queue up for the big Google Gumball machine thing. And then to use the Gumball machine you had to say okay Google and say something, except it was in German, so you had to say something in German like what's the weather or what time is it or something like that out of their options, and then it would spin a thing and a ball would come out, and inside the ball would be a prize, well, a ticket for a prize. And the prizes were good. Like, none of them were bad. I think the minimum value of a prize was about 15 euros. So you could get like a 15 euro gift card, or you could get like a security camera, or if you were really lucky you could get like a Google Pixel phone, but only one person won one of those. So we queued up for what we thought was going to be about an hour. It turns out it was 2 hours, but it was worth it because I ended up getting a Google Home Mini, which is here. I'm not going to show you because the focus on this camera is not as good as I'd like it to be, and then it would take ages to focus back on my face. But that's a 30 to 40 euro voice command speaker that I can use to play music, that I can use to check the weather and all of those things. So I was impressed, and my friend Tamu, who I was with, won a Nest security camera for the home, and they're worth 200 or 300 euros, and his is on eBay at the moment currently for 100 euros, so he's done well out of this. So it was an awesome trip and got so much stuff, and it was just cool to see all of these products, none of which I can afford, all of which I want, and it's a real problem because it's awakened the tech loving thing.
Again in a few seconds.
Okay, I take it back. The Google Home Mini is rude and it interrupts me. Okay, I'm going to turn it off, otherwise it's going to interrupt me again.
The mic's off.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, the mic's off.
I know, Google.
Turn it back on.
Be quiet.
Switch on the back of Google Home.
Okay, okay. I take everything back, it's annoying. But yeah, so it was a great day and we got some really cool stuff, and it was just fun to hang out with Tamu and to go and see all of this cool tech stuff. So yeah, that was Monday, so I didn't have to go to work, which is awesome. I took a day off and I'm 4 minutes in, this is going to be a long one. So then Tuesday I had work for the church at Culture Schopfer. So I had a really nice lunch actually with Christopher, because Christopher is going back to America for a few months this week, and so we had a lunch last week together just to kind of touch base and catch up, and that was really nice just to be able to chat through stuff, chat about my time here in Berlin, what I've got out of it, how I've kind of worked towards some of the goals and things that I have set here for while I'm out here in Berlin. I can't talk anymore. So that was good, and I did some general work towards website work and some work towards just finishing up with the GDPR stuff. So that was good, and it was quite busy and it went quite quickly. And then that finished, and then Wednesday came around and I was working in the cafe, and who was I working with? I think I was working with working with Philip, yes. So he is a guy out here about to start studying maths, really nice guy, we got on well. It was very quiet, we played lots of Connect 4 on the iPad, and I lost a lot because I'm impatient and I don't look to see whether he can get a Connect 4, and so I just pick things and it's not good, so I lost. But yeah, quiet shift, everything went fine. Nice, good opportunity to chat German because he doesn't speak much English, but yeah, very quiet at the moment. The kids have gone back to school, it's no longer the summer, really, the weather's better than England, but not as hot as it was. It's now like mid to high 20s all the time rather than low to mid 30s all the time, which is much better for me because I'm not melting. So that was really nice, and then I had that, and then I think I came home and I went for a run, and I was tired, so my time was rubbish, and I was sad, but exercise is exercise. So then Thursday came around, and I'd had a conversation on Wednesday night actually about a whole bunch of website work that I can now do for the church, because basically the website, they want to revamp and add a whole bunch of things, but it's just finding the time to do it. And so obviously I'm here, I've got 2 more weeks, so I'm beginning to look into, was beginning to look into building a completely new website. So we were beginning to look into that on Thursday, except I didn't have a website that I could actually fiddle around with because I wasn't an administrator, so I could like look at it and make changes, but I couldn't delete stuff and completely rework it. So I kind of began to lay the groundwork for that, but I couldn't push into it too much. So I did some of that and did all the other little jobs I had to do and got everything up and running ready for this week. So that was good. And yeah, that was, I think the last time I was in Colchester with Christopher. I saw him today at church, but next week he's not coming into the office. That was the last time I was going to be in the office with him. So that was nice. And then I came back, and then Friday I had work for the cafe again, so I was working with Nadine, and it was so quiet. I mean, I've said this a couple of times already, so I'm not going to talk much more about the cafe because it's just more of the same. It's really just quiet and not many customers to serve, but it was fine and everything went well, and I got to speak German and found out that she's fluent in like 5 languages, and she's 17, and it's not okay because her mother is from Lithuania, I might be wrong, so she speaks both English, Lithuanian, not both, she speaks English, Lithuanian and German fluently, and some French and some Russian, and it's not fair. Why do I have to come from an English speaking country where the language learning system in schools is rubbish? Oh, frustrating, but yeah. So my German is getting there, but it's not perfect, but I'm learning, so that's the point. So that was Friday, and then I came home Friday night and I did all the little bits that I needed to do this week. I got the slides done for church, I did just a bunch of stuff and a lot of little jobs getting everything ready. This week I had, actually Friday I had a Skype with my house for next year at university, just so we could have the really, really boring but well-needed conversation of who's bringing the plates, who's bringing the saucepans, because if we all turn up with 5 frying pans and 10 plates each, we're going to have way too much stuff, and we needed to organise it. But yeah, it was nice. I got to see all of my housemates for next year on a Skype call and just catch up, and so that was good. This week I haven't actually taken Saturday as a Sabbath because I wanted to start a bunch of website work because I finally got administrator privileges on the website, and I also had some jobs I needed to do, like ringing the landlord for next year and starting to get stuff sorted. And I just had one of those days where you have lots and lots of little jobs that have been building up for weeks and weeks and weeks that you need to do, and I kind of just cracked on with them and I got them all done. I mean, it wasn't really a day. I got up at lunchtime because I was tired, because I went to bed late the night before, because that's what I do on Fridays and it's a bad habit that I need to get out of. So yes, but Saturday was good, got some jobs done, and then I chilled out ready for today, because today they decided it would be a good idea to put me on as a coordinator, which basically means that I turn up first at church, I unlock, I let everyone in, we pray together, and then I manage all the people and make sure everyone knows what they're doing and everyone has access to everything. So I don't really have a role other than people managing. So if Dad, you're watching project management, I understand now. Probably not in the same way, but yes, just people managing and making sure everyone knew what they wanted to do, which felt completely wrong because I'm a 21-year-old intern and most of these people are in their late 20s, 30s, have been at the church for years and years and years, and all of a sudden this English guy that's only been there for 2 to 3 months that hardly speaks that language is asking them to do stuff. So felt a bit awkward, but everything was okay, nothing went majorly wrong, and yeah, it was good. And then we had a service today and Neville was preaching on kind of community and what it means to be a part of community. and kind of talking about how the current state of things at the moment is not very community based, and how people are so obsessed with kind of their phones and living in their phones, and how real relationships aren't as important to people, and how that is something that we really need to press into. And just a really passionate preach about what community means and what it means to actually love one another and to be in community with everyone. And I haven't heard Neville preach for a few weeks because we've been listening to Jonathan, and I really like Jonathan's style, but I also really like Neville's style, so to be able to hear both of them and to hear all of that was good. And I also get to listen to Benjamin translating Neville, which helps with my German, but just points out how much more I have to learn, because he'll say things and I will not have a clue sometimes, which is a bit disheartening. But yeah, so that all happened, and then after church I had to help with all the pack down, and I had to be the last to leave because I obviously had to lock up, and that took some time. So did all of that, and then I got some food and I came back here, and I've been trying to read physics notes ready for next year because I've forgotten a lot, and I would like to go back to uni in a place of not being really bad with not remembering anything. And again, words are failing me. You speak so much German that the English doesn't come so naturally, so if my sentences sound garbled and rubbish, that's because they are, and it's because I've been speaking too much German, or I'm just stupid, one of the two. But so yes, I've been reading physics notes, and it's really boring, but I'm beginning to get back into it a little bit. It's beginning to get a little bit easier, and I'm beginning to remember why I love physics and why I hate physics. Because it's hard, and you have to read like 4 pages of equations sometimes to just understand something. But yeah, that's another thing. So I did that, and then I've just gotten back from a run, and now I need to eat and do more stuff, but that's not interesting. So while I'm quickly here, I forgot last time to do a little room tour. Cupboard tour. So the room that I'm staying in, I forgot to mention this last week actually, that I moved from Hillels to staying with David, Jasper and Christian. David and Jasper go to Mosaic, Christian goes to another church, but they're all Christian guys, and so they're putting me up in this room, which I'm really, really grateful for. It's not a super big room, it's kind of like a big cupboard / small storage room, but it works okay for me because I'm only here for 2 to 3 weeks, and their flat is lovely, and I can be in the kitchen and all other areas. So it's a bit of a mess because there's not much room, but I'll try and show you around. So this is, I'm gonna have to spin the camera around. So, zoomed out. So this is the door, if it's gonna focus. Yep. So I'm gonna turn around, actually walk up to the door, and then we can turn around. So this is as we come in. This is the room, if it's gonna focus. Focus. The joys of this camera. There we go. So you kind of come in, and my bed is currently up against the wall because it gives me more space. So I have an ironing board as a desk, which has my laptop. Don't judge the technology. And kind of my iPad in my window, so this is where I sit. Hello David in the window. And then you can see it down here. That's my suitcase, which is a bit of a mess because it's got a lot of stuff in it. The Parallels bag is from IFA, and then that's my door. So it's a nice little room. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to focus on my face. That wasn't too bad. So yeah, that's my room. A couple of people, mainly one of my friends, asked to see the room, so I thought I would add that in. And yeah, this is going to be the second last vlog I do. One more next Sunday, and then I fly home a week tomorrow in 8 days, so on the 17th. And then 2 days before back to uni, so this is all a bit crazy, and I can't believe that I've had 11 weeks in Berlin, but I'm excited for this coming week. And it's going to be a bit weird because at church today, just seeing everyone just made me think I really love this church, I love this city, and I'm sure I'll be back at some point. But I've rambled for nearly 14 minutes, and I need to get this uploaded and eat and do a whole bunch of other stuff. So I will speak to you guys next week. Hope everything's good where you are, and we will speak soon. Bye.